Afternoon VC, this is Dave. Got some records here. What's new? Final dig of the year with John. Digital gramophone. We try to do this, it seems like quarterly. And we had this one planned for a while for this weekend. And really it was just going to be heading over to Lunchbox and Tip Top in town here. That was the plan. And then they scheduled a convention here for today. So that ended up on the agenda. And then the convention where it's located makes it easy to swing by Noble Records on the way back into town. So we ended up hitting a bunch of places and got a bag of records from each, as did John, and so we're going to show these. Haven't spun anything, just got in the door really. So you're getting first look at what was unearthed here in Charlotte. Convention, I try to do it the same every time. They open at 10, so I go at 9. And they let you in. The dealers are digging through the other dealers' records at that time, so that's the best time to get there to try to get the good stuff. Because they let you in. It's in a hotel, the door's open, you go in, it's $2 entry, and the one guy, I always buy records from the guy that runs it, so he waived my entry fee today. He's always got good stuff, and so we'll show you what we got at the convention, and then there's another vendor that we always hit up from South Carolina has excellent used records. So here's the bag from the convention. So we'll start off, see what we got. First up, we got Dorothy Ashby reissue on Cadet. Yeah, I'm not going to find an original of this for anything I can afford, so here's the reissue. And I don't know how to say this, but it's the Rubinat of Dorothy Ashby. Maybe that's how it's said. I'm not sure. I know that Van Secofunk just got an original of this. So that was a nice find as far as reissues go, and then he always has Sun Ra reissues, and these are even starting to get up there in price, and he has them cheap, like $20. So My Brother the Wind, these are I think the Al Saturn reissues. Not 100% which reissue, but I grabbed it. And there's 2 volumes of this, so I'm going to need volume 1? I think this is volume 2. So now I need volume 1. But, you know, the entire cast of characters is here and then some on this one. And Sun Ra plays the Moog on this. Really dig when he plays the Moog. John Gilmore, Patrick Marshall Allen, Danny Thompson, Danny Davis, Lex Humphreys, and then another Sun Ra. Other Planes of There. So Sun Ra and his Solar Orchestra. All the same cast of characters I just mentioned. Another reissue. So those are what we got from the first vendor. Next vendor. Got an original of Black Flag, Loose Nut. A lot of Black Flag I do not have, so I was happy to grab this. Henry Rollins, can't go wrong. So that was a nice find. This is in pretty good shape. Bastard in Love on that record. And then very happy to find this in the blues section. That's Mississippi Fred McDowell, my favorite blues artist. I do not play no rock and roll. Capital. I think this might be an original. I haven't had a chance to even look these up, but it was a good price. So that's all I got at the convention. So not too bad. And John also found some great stuff at the convention. Next, we headed back into town and hit Noble Records. I got a bag from Noble Records. Well, first of all, yesterday John, unbeknownst to me, had gone over to Mad Jack's and picked this record up that we had been talking about for a long time that had been sitting in there. And I've been meaning to go there and pick it up if it was there, but John was nice enough to get this for me. Rollins Band, Do It. I think this is an original. I'm not even sure what label this is on. It might be freaking self-released for all I know. Yeah. Maybe on Texas Hotel. Texas Hotel, I think, is the label. More Henry Rollins. So that was like meant to be. And then what I got at Noble Records was just 2 records. I did get an original of Lonnie Liston Smith and the Cosmic Echoes, Cosmic Funk, on Flying Dutchman. This, I think he had put out at the anniversary sale, or maybe the one after, and I can't believe it survived. So, happy to grab this. This is really, really, really dope record. And some funk there. And the other record I picked up, I will let Sherv show that because I got it for Sherv. Gotta send it to him. Next, we headed to Lunchbox after lunch, and I only had 1 record in mind that I was going to pick up there, but of course he put out more used from this collection he bought. Some guy had a ton of Japanese pressings, and he finally convinced him to sell them to him. So they've been getting filtered out into the jazz section periodically, and so today happened to be the day, so I had to grab some of these. These are records you're just not going to see much at all. So first, Max Roach Dollar Brand Duet, Streams of Consciousness. So this is Japanese pressing with insert. I think this is on Bay State, the Japanese label. This is going to be fantastic. I mean, it's got a 2051 long side of Streams of Consciousness. And it's just a duo. It's just Dollar Brand on piano and Max Roach on the drums. This is going to be fantastic. Very happy that he had that. Original of that, I believe. Also had a Don Cherry I did not have, Here and Now. Been looking for this record on Atlantic. So that was a really nice find. Yeah. A lot of different players on this. Tony Williams is on drums on some of this. Don Cherry plays trumpet and flute on this. A lot of different players. His wife's on this. Colin Walcott on sitar, Moki on tempura. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. This record I've seen a bunch of times. I've always hesitated on picking it up because usually the condition's bad, and I see this record a lot, but this is a Japanese pressing with the insert. Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Three Blind Mice. So the Japanese press. This is going to probably sound incredible, as most Japanese pressings do. Cedar Walton, Curtis Fuller, Wayne Shorter, Freddie Hubbard, Jimmy Merritt. Hell of a lineup. I know this is a great date, and it's taken me about 6 years to find a copy I wanted to pick up, so there it is. So that's what we found in the used jazz at Lunchbox. This was the record I was there to pick up. Eddie Hazel, Games, Dames, and Guitar Things. The reissue on Real Gone Music. Fantastic cover, great guitarist. From Parliament, Funkadelic. And originals are crazy on this right now. And it kind of blew Scott from Lunchbox's mind when I told him what they're going for. He's like, really? They're going for that much? I was like, yeah, they're going for well over $100. So this reissue is much appreciated. Real Gone Music's putting a lot of great records out right now. The only thing I don't like is that they're all color vinyl. This is probably blue. I'd rather they just did regular black vinyl and do 180 gram instead of some blue piece of wax, but whatever. Still cool. It's got reissued and, you know, a lot cheaper than getting an original. And then last at Lunchbox, flipping through the new arrivals, and I think the conversation came up because I did see they had a fucking Bob's Burgers record in there. And my friend Christian from the band Whores from Atlanta put up a post pretty much, you know, ridiculing the pressing plants because right now, as an independent artist, you can't get anything pressed. I mean, they're probably telling him, oh yeah, maybe 2024 you'll have something because you've got Walmart and Target and Adele and fuck all that. But so you know, it's getting hard for the little man to get vinyl. And there were a lot of comments on his post from other musicians in the South, and one was like, yeah, you gotta make sure we get that Bob's Burgers on red wax, man. You know, being sarcastic. Well, there's that fucking Bob's Burgers record. I go 2 records past it, and what record's there? But the band Whores and the record Ruiner that I did not have on vinyl, the only one I needed on vinyl. My favorite record from them. It's got the song Daddy's Money. Daddy's Money Can't Save You Now. Great freaking track. Heavy, band from Atlanta, Christian Lembeck on guitar and vocals. Badass band. Seen them in Savannah. This was Brutal Panda Records, recorded in 2010. This is a killer record. If you like Helmet, you probably dig Whores. And God, Christian, he's dating a pro tennis player right now. Absolutely bonkers. But yeah. So that was like the most random thing to ever happen in the bins at Lunchbox with John. It's crazy. So that was Lunchbox. Got out of there and headed over to Tip Top, and Luke was there that runs Tip Top, so got to shoot the shit with him quite a bit. He's talking about going to Big Ears Festival in Knox, Vegas. Hell of a lineup this year. I think the entirety of the International Anthem label is going to be there, on top of Jim Zorn and you name it. But I only got 2 records at Tip Top. I have been reading the hell out of this ESP disc book and doing a deep dive into the label, and I'm switching gears from collecting Discord and collecting ESP disc now, like full bore. Just really into it. Even the freak folk stuff, and that would be the Fugs. And I think this is probably their 2nd or 3rd record. I can't remember. But I already have this record, and I have it with a different cover. And this was really cheap, so I grabbed it. 1966 ESP disc. Ed Sanders on vocals. I dig this record. It's wild, and it's you know, a protest record against the Vietnam War. It's got a great write-up on it from Allen Ginsberg. It's a good folk record. Yeah, I think the other, where's my other Fugs record? Hold on. I can't remember. Oh yeah, so I have the same record but with this cover, which is much better. But that's still a cool cover, and so it was cheap enough, so that's just kind of for the ESP disc collection. That's the collector thing. Right there. Did I need that record? No. And then I did get one off the wall because John forced me to, because he's a bad human being. And that is Melvin's Stoner Witch, an OG on pink vinyl. About as nice as you're going to find it. On Atlantic, this is the classic Melvin's. This is a thing of beauty. It's in great shape. As good a shape as you're going to find it from the record from the 90s. Let me see what this wax. absolute thing of beauty. With the insert and everything. Not one I thought I'd ever run across in the wild, for sure. And it is a gatefold as well. And there you have that. So that was today's dig. John. Wide variety of records. I hope you're all well. Peace.